It just started raining outside and I'm all bundled up because I can't take any cold whatsoever. Let's get the seatbelt on because safety first. Today's going to be an interesting discussion. We're going to be talking about my GT350 again and what I've got in mind for it. Stay tuned. My wife and I are pregnant. We're having our first baby and super excited. Couldn't be more excited about it. You know, we've been waiting a long time. You know, our family's finally growing. The baby is like almost here. So, you know, it really got me thinking, is my GT350 going to be the appropriate baby mobile? You know, and my wife's got her car, you know, she's got a really nice sedan that she drives. That's going to work out for when she has a baby. But when I'm taking care of the baby, I got this thing, you know, which I absolutely love. You know, if it's only me in the car enjoying this and I don't have a little human being to look after, it's perfect. You know, I absolutely love this car, and it's just as comfortable driving to work as it is tearing up a racetrack, which I, you know, briefly went over in my last video. I'm stuck because I love this car so much. I've had a ton of different cars. You know, my first car was nothing too special. It was you know, but it was still a really nice car. It was a 94 Acura Integra. It wasn't, you know, a VTEC or anything like that. It was just a plain Acura Integra. But it was brand new, it was great, it wasn't fast. But after that point, most of the rest of my vehicles after that were pretty quick cars. And especially of the time, you know, I've had, God, I can't believe some of the cars I have, but I've had a 94 Toyota twin turbo Supra, which is absolutely legendary. You know, the Mark IV, which I wish I still had. But I had a Honda S2000. That was the 2001. It was yellow. It was beautiful. You know, I've had an Acura Integra Type R. That was a 1997. You know, my problem is I go through vehicles so quickly. You know, I get a little bit bored about one aspect of the vehicle, and that causes me to have all these thoughts in my head about, you know, what should I be getting now? You know, what should I be switching to? Because obviously this car doesn't fit my needs anymore, which is totally ridiculous, because just I find that one little thing to nitpick about, and that will spiral into the entire justification as to why I should be getting a different car. You know, it's a vicious cycle. I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think. Okay, so Mustang GT350, not the most practical car in the world for a baby. Now, of course, you know, whenever I obsess over anything, I'm probably like a lot of you guys, I'll go online, I'll research, I'll see what other people are saying about having a child in a baby seat in a sports car. You know, because it's 2 doors. Yeah, I got 4 seats. Yeah, I can put a baby seat back there, but it's I haven't done it yet, but from what I heard, it's a major pain in the booty, you know. So now I'm thinking, okay, I have another car, but it's a 1996 Lexus LS400 with a zillion miles on it, okay? And it has nothing to do with the miles. Like, it's a great car. It's very reliable. It's a great car. It does what it needs to do. But that's my beater commuter car, right? It's nothing special. It's comfortable, but it's nothing special. But it's old, you know? And about a week ago, unfortunately, I'm on the freeway in the Bay Area, which if any of you guys live here, you know is an absolute nightmare. But I'm driving on the freeway and some jackwagon rear ends me, in my Lexus. And wasn't the most devastating accident, but I look at the car and yeah, it's damaged, and as old as it is, it's probably a total loss because the cost to repair it is going to be more than what the car is worth, which is typical of a situation like that, when you're talking about a car that old. God, I love the way this sounds. A little squirrely in the rain. Probably not a good idea. But, I'm thinking, okay, here's a car that seems solid, but in a minor accident, I got tweaked. It's like I got tweaked in the accident. I got rear-ended, and all I could think about that moment was not my car and the damage that happened to it, but my baby. It's like my baby is on the way. Do I really want to be putting my child, my firstborn child, in this old car? It really got me worried. And where before it was a question of, just being bored or nitpicking something about the car as being the reason why I'm thinking about changing. And this time around, it's about safety, and my Lexus is old, and I feel like I should be putting my firstborn child into something safer, but that means I put my baby in the Mustang, in my GT350. I think this car, being that it's so much newer than my Lexus, is because it has a lot more of the newer car safety reinforcements that my Lexus didn't have. But that means I'll have to drive this car every day. And trust me, while I love that idea, and I actually did drive this car every day for an entire year before I got the Lexus. But the reason why I got the Lexus is to keep the miles off of my GT350. Otherwise I'm putting 15,000 miles on my GT350 every year, which I don't want to do. It's like I want to enjoy this car, but I don't want to pile on the miles. So here we come to my dilemma. I'm having the baby. I've got a daily driver automatic transmission sedan that I can put my child into pretty easily, but is it safe? And I don't want to find out. Like that would be the worst impact on my mental well-being, to find out that I could have done something to prevent injury to my newborn child had I just been in a different car. It's a difficult place to be in. So okay, here we come, full circle, right? We're full circle to why this discussion came up in my head. So what's the next step? What do I do? I love my GT350 and I absolutely don't want to get rid of it. So what do I do? I still want, if I were to downsize to one car and not have two, I would want a car that I'd want to drive every single day, a car that's a lot of fun and high performance, but also a car that's a sedan and new-ish or almost new or brand new, to take advantage of some of the cool new safety technology out there, right? What car is that? So I started thinking, am I really about to get a Dodge Charger Hellcat? Like, is that really about to happen? And that's one of the cars. But the reason why that car came to mind is obviously 707 horsepower. Who the hell wouldn't want that? And it's a sedan, and it's automatic, and it's comfortable to drive every day, and it can be fun. It's not fun in the same way my GT350 is, but it can definitely be a fun car. And then I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll look for a Mercedes-Benz E63. Some of those cars are starting to come off of lease. 2016s are starting to spring up on the market. Amazing car, 577 horsepower, beast engine, right? Very safe. It's a Mercedes-Benz. But then I was also thinking, okay, the interior, the infotainment system of that car is starting to feel a little bit dated at this point. And a big thing for me in my car that I'm going to be driving every single day is the interior has to be very comfortable for me. The Lexus was okay because that car was sold, it didn't have anything in it. So it's like it's before anything infotainment. It was a radio, no navigation, no nothing. So I can put on some tunes and just be done with it. But if I'm in a new-ish car, I'd want the infotainment system to be pretty new, right? Because if I'm going to have it, I want to use it. I want to enjoy using it. So I don't know. Then that brought me back to the Hellcat. But in this entire scenario, there's not one aspect that I can't get rid of the GT350, which is what the whole dilemma is. I don't want to get rid of my car. I love this car. I love this car so much. But I love my unborn child more. So I don't know, guys. You got to help me out. This is a huge dilemma. And this is, truth be told, this is definitely the first car I've ever owned that moving on from it has been more difficult than any of my previous cars before, which is quite amazing. But this one holds a special place in my heart for me. I mean, I love this car. I can't say it enough. I can't overstate it. So I need your help. Let me know what your thoughts are. Tell me in the comments below if you think this is a stupid idea, if you think I should keep the GT350, if you think I should really seriously consider a Hellcat or maybe a different car. If you guys have another car in mind, and it's got to be high performance. It's got to be something fun, right? Because I'm married and I have a child, but I'm not dead. It's like I want to have some fun in a vehicle that I'm paying this much money for. Let me know in the comments below, guys. I really appreciate your feedback. Thanks for joining me today on my channel. I'm Michael Baxi, and I'm out.